got another public meeting.
You got Cooper. A little bit of freezing rain keeping in.
All right. Yeah, we're all scared. Okay, open the meeting for the comment from the public at this time. I close the meeting to the public at this time. They'll have a chance at the end of the meeting. Minutes of the previous meeting, board, you've got copies. Is there any additions or deletions?
Move we accept the minutes from the last meeting. Second?
Moved by trustee Huckrow, second by trustee Jefferson. Any discussion? There being no discussion, all in vote by the sign of aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Bills. Do we have any additions or deletions, Arsen?
We have 3 additions this evening. We have, first one is FIA card services. It's for the NIPA meeting expenses and safety school expenses. $49.57. NICEC, the monthly bill, $52,124.39. And Staples, $379.74, and that was for office supplies for various departments.
I'll make a motion to pay the bills as amended tonight. Second.
Moved by trustee Jefferson, seconded by trustee Baker. Any discussion? There being no discussion, all those in favor, vote by the sign of aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carried. Correspondence.
The first item I have is an email actually that I received from a lady from Vermont. She stated that she wanted to write and let us know how beautiful our little town is. Every time I drive through, both in the summer and winter, I especially enjoy seeing your Christmas decorations in winter and the beautiful hanging flower baskets in the summer. I'm jealous because all the attention I give mine at home, they never look as nice as yours. I just wanted to let you know that people do appreciate and enjoy the work involved in maintaining the appearance. Thank you very much for your efforts, and this was a Mary Agan from Swanton, Vermont.
It's nice to hear.
Yeah, she was very pleased with, she just loves Rouses Point, she said, every time she goes through, so. The next item I have is a letter from John LaBounty, Village Justice. It says, the court, in accordance with Uniform Justice Court Act 2019, A and Town Law 123, is required to present its records at least once a year to be examined by the board or a certified public accountant or public accountant. All records are available to be audited. That's John LaBounty.
Just a question. Do we come under town law or is it village law?
Village law, yeah.
So,
It says town law 123.
We do it every year.
I know we do it every year, but I'm just wondering, I don't have, I know we do it, and our sense agreed to do it, so I had to have a motion.
I'll make that motion, please.
Second. Second.
well, it says and town law, George.
What?
This is Justice Court Act 2019-8 and town law. So,
I don't know, I'd
I'll probably
like
follow in the first
to,
part.
tomorrow when I get out, I'm gonna look at it, just for the fun of it. For my own curiosity. I have a motion by
Trustee Roberts.
trustee Roberts, seconded by trustee Jefferson.
Yep.
Is there any discussion? There being no discussion, all those in favor, vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried.
Okay, the next item I have is to the mayor, Rivers, and trustees regarding the 2011 4th of July celebration. The committee has begun making plans for this year's celebration. The committee is asking for permission to have a beer tent as in past years, which will be run by a legal business. That business will be responsible for their off-premise license, insurance, double fencing, checking IDs, and all signage and anything else that will ensure that the alcoholic beverage they sell will be handled in the best way possible. Please let us know as soon as possible so that we can proceed with our plans for the weekend. Thank you, Jerry Favreau, co-chair.
Move it.
Second. Moved by trustee Huckrow, seconded by trustee Jefferson. Is there any discussion?
Who's gonna write?
We don't know yet. I gave this a lot of consideration, and basically I've been on the fence on how I want to vote. But I think that based on the guidelines that are within that letter, and I'd be okay with it. Right now, there's the golf course is interested, but they're not committed. We have had our committee members talk to the golf course on these guidelines, and so far they are okay with it. So it appears that if the board approves the waiver within, and that's what I want to clarify, John. Are you authorizing the waiver just to be within the fenced-in perimeter, or just down on the grounds?
It's all you can.
Yeah, that's the only one we can, yeah. Just.
Within the fenced-in
Within
area?
that fenced-in area, otherwise people can be all over the place.
Then I am okay with that.
You're not gonna have open container in the day of the parade?
We have, in the last 2 years, have not suspended the open container law. Like, but, you know, it's there for a reason. They're not going to enforce it unless they really have to.
Yeah.
Correct.
So if they won't run it, then we won't be able to do it.
Well,
That
we
will be.
could get another, I think, if you reread that, Carol, it says a licensed establishment.
Yeah.
Legal business.
Run by a legal business, and that business will be responsible for,
For the insurance and whatnot.
All we do is give them away.
it's not even a waiver, you're not giving them a waiver, it's all you're doing is allowing them to
Yeah,
go
permission.
forward and get the proper insurance and everything that's required.
Allow
No,
them
we
to
are allowing,
sue
we're giving the waiver to have the village property
within that fenced
within
area.
that fenced area.
You're allowing them to.
Yep.
You better make sure that whoever does it has the proper.
Oh, they will,
That's
they
Oh, they
will.
will. They have to present it to us.
They've got
Right.
to present all kinds of,
Can they make any money?
yeah.
Oh,
That's not our problem.
How much money is sports is spending in a year?
Wow, a lot of work. No, we got, you just give it.
No, the work is.
Just the fence is gonna be an expense for them.
The fence, but that's the only, you know, the sportsman's at least 4 or 5 grand a year.
We could probably rent a fence, so, huh?
Then it'll be up to them.
It's up to them.
Okay.
I'm fine with that, it's a good idea, we can do it.
Any other discussion? If not, all those in favor, vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carried. Okay. Reports of the mayor and the board of trustees. First thing is on my agenda is local law 1, authorizing real property tax exemption for qualified volunteer and volunteer ambulance workers. Now, we had the public hearing at the last meeting. There was absolutely no objection, but we could not vote because trustee Roberts and myself cannot vote on this. We're members of the fire department. So it's up to you three.
Okay, I'll make a motion for local law number 1, authorizing a real property tax exemption to qualified volunteer firefighters and volunteer ambulance workers.
Second.
Okay, the motion's made and seconded. Is there any discussion? I think we need a roll call vote on that one? Yeah. Okay, trustee Jefferson,
Aye.
trustee Baker,
Aye.
trustee Huckrow.
Aye.
Motion is passed. Second thing is authorize the clerk to publish a legal notice for a public hearing on local law 2. And local law 2 is the downtown, maybe I get it in front of me.
Moratorium on, spending.
Moratorium on lighted signs.
I'll put that in form of a motion.
Second.
Motion made by trustee Jefferson, seconded by trustee Huckrow. Is there any discussion?
Yeah, shouldn't we eventually incorporate that instead of keep?
Well, they're working
How
on
long
that.
has it been?
This is a,
Third year.
Third year, yeah. Okay.
It will be incorporated hopefully when they do the
Yeah.
update.
Okay.
we've got, we've hired a firm to come in and do all that. And we get an update the whole local, all that,
All votes?
code on downtown.
Okay.
Is there any other discussion? If not, all those in favor, vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carried. Okay. Next thing on the agenda is the winter legislative meeting for February 27th, 28th, and March 1. Is anybody interested in going besides me? Because we gotta make the reservations.
Let me check my calendar.
Get back to Carol tomorrow, then.
Yeah.
for that,
I'm interested tonight. What's the 27th?
Sunday. Sunday, Monday, and you come home Tuesday.
What time Sunday?
It's, registration's at 4 o'clock.
I'll get back to you tomorrow, Carl.
Mhm.
I can't go have a surgery.
I went last year and they have some excellent,
Well, somebody's got to go.
seminars. Yeah, you keep them in line.
I used to like you two.
That's Albany, right?
It's this way.
It's at the Crown Plaza, everything's out at the Crown Plaza, and, we make, oh shit. We make appointments with our two legislators, Betty Little and, yeah, good break on Tuesdays. Morning, we go up to the Capitol, and they have the appointments. And any bitching you wanna do, that's the time to do it. I couldn't think of a better word.
That's up to,
I know.
That's all right.
I'd like to go if I can.
No problem.
Motion
We've authorized two. We just need to get the reservations in because that hotel fills up fast.
I'll put that in form of a motion.
It's already been done.
Oh, that's okay.
We authorized two.
Oh, we did?
Who made the
I missed
motion?
it.
What?
Who made the motion?
Didn't we authorize two? Well, you told me that today.
No, you have to get a motion to
Request
authorize two to
authorization.
go. And second it.
I'll make that motion.
Carol.
2 people to go.
2 meetings ago, we discussed this, and we authorized 2 people to go.
Well, we did, we'll have done it twice.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying.
Was it?
I know I'm old, but I think my memory.
I'll check tomorrow, but we'll do it again.
It used to be blonde once a time.
So you want me to put that in form of a motion?
Yeah, not a problem.
Put that in form of a motion?
I'll second that.
Moved by trustee Jefferson, seconded by trustee Roberts. Any discussion? There being no discussion, all those in favor, vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carried. Resolution for village inspectors of elections.
Want me to read it?
Please,
Okay, whereas pursuant to Article 15, Section 116 of the 1979 State of New York election law, the Board of Trustees of the Village of Rouses Point is charged with adopting a resolution appointing the inspectors of election, appointing a chairperson thereof, and fixing their compensation. Therefore, the Board of Trustees of the Village of Rouses Point does hereby resolve that the inspectors of election shall be Mary Rasco, Chief Inspector, Geraldine Favreau, and Nancy Baker, with alternates of Ann Ketty, Marie Sterling, and Pat Racine. The chairperson shall be Mary Rasco. The compensation shall be fixed at $11.07 per hour for the election chairperson and $10.42 per hour for the inspectors. And this resolution shall take effect immediately. The question of the foregoing was duly put to a roll call, which resulted as follows.
put that in form of a motion.
Second?
Moved by myself, seconded by trustee Jefferson. Roll call vote, trustee Jefferson.
Aye.
Trustee Baker.
Aye.
Trustee Roberts.
Aye.
Trustee Huckrow.
Aye.
And the mayor votes aye. And then I have another resolution on volunteer coverage. Whereas the Board of Trustees would like to have all volunteers covered under the state insurance fund, and whereas it is required that a resolution passed by the Board of Trustees state that they would be like to have the state insurance funds considered this benefit, and whereas the following volunteers will be members of the planning board, the zoning board, celebration committee, stage committee, and historical society. And whereas all volunteers listed do not receive any compensation for their duties. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Trustees of the Village of Rouses Point request the state insurance fund to consider the volunteers of the Village of Rouses Point to be covered under their policy. This resolution shall take effect immediately. The question of the foregoing will duly put to a vote, a roll call vote, with resulting following. And I'll put that in form of a motion.
Second.
Moved by myself and seconded by trustee Huckrow. Any discussion? We didn't have discussion in the last resolution. No? No
Just
discussion?
to, just cover them for accidents.
Our volunteers, yes, if something happens, they're covered.
Triple leg, break the leg or whatever. Yep.
No other discussion? Roll call vote. Trustee Jefferson?
Aye.
Trustee Baker?
Aye.
Trustee Roberts?
Aye.
Trustee Huckrow?
Aye.
And I vote aye. And I believe that does it for me. Trustee Jefferson?
Thank you, Mayor Rivers. Nothing to report tonight.
Thank you, Trustee Jefferson. Trustee Baker?
The only thing I have is I'd like to thank the village employees for the fine work they did on the busted water pipes Friday and Saturday and Sunday. Everything else they did. A very good
They
job.
absolutely did.
Excellent job.
The weather was cold out there.
Oh, yeah.
Guys were there 6 in the morning till it was fixed.
That's right. That's all I have.
Just, they're, well, I probably shouldn't say it, because of the camera.
Say it in executive session.
Well, yeah, there were some people that are not
Yeah.
happy.
No, okay.
Trustee Roberts?
I would like to make a request to have an executive session to discuss police department issue, please.
Second?
Moved by trustee Roberts, seconded by trustee Jefferson. Any discussion? There being no discussion, roll call vote. Trustee Jefferson?
Aye.
Trustee Baker?
Aye.
Trustee Roberts?
Aye.
Trustee Huckrow?
Aye.
The mayor votes aye.
And that's all I have, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Huckrow?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The first thing I'd like to do is, thank St. Dennis for reminding me, thank the fire department for the superb job they did at the fire on Sunday night. Sunday night?
Sunday night.
Sunday night.
Monday.
Sunday night, yeah.
Monday.
Right. And they did, as usual, a superb job. Took care of so, thank you, fire department. Secondly, Mr. Mayor, in the January issue of the Cooperative Extension newsletter, in which you bear with me, I'd like to read the paragraph from it. It says, salt is the most economical choice for de-icing, but it does have a drawback, the environmental impact. We've all seen the damage, I don't think it's funny,
I
we
know.
have all seen the damage salt can do to a vehicle, but the damage it can do to our waterways, soil, and vegetation may be less obvious. Passing vehicles may splash or spray brine on trees, plants, and lawns. After de-icing, we may shovel the snow and slush from our sidewalks and driveways onto our lawns or our flower beds and not think much of it at the time. As salt dissolves, it spreads to adjacent soil. Sodium and chloride are both toxic to plants in high concentrations. Sodium can replace nutrients in the soil that the plants need, making them unavailable. Roots absorb chloride and transport them to leaves where they interfere with chlorophyll production and photosynthesis. The plant then goes into decline, possibly dying. So, please use melt sparingly, and the amount your plant's too exposed to makes a big difference. And I do think that our guys keep it as close as they can. I don't want them to be unsafe. Well,
Not so much on safety.
that's all, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, trustee Huckrow. We still have a liability issue if somebody slips on the
I
sidewalk.
understand that.
And if you go to other places in Carroll, we're in Fine Street.
You get more like Red Wild every day. You gotta have the last word.
All goes to the lake, though. That's the bad thing.
Yep.
You know what environmental conservation will tell you?
Well,
Sand is worse than salt.
Really?
In some ways.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they tell you.
In some ways.
Sand
not
is there
the same.
forever. The salt
But
dissipates.
sand,
And we're lucky where we live because we send it all to Canada.
sand is not toxic.
No, no.
Makes wonderful beaches.
It makes wonderful beaches.
But it raises hell of a weight. I read that article.
Anyway,
Anyway, enough said. Carol, do you have any words of wisdom for us
I do
tonight?
not.
How about you, Arsen?
Yeah, I had a couple things. The first thing is I've been approached by the North Country Skating Club to have a wireless router installed at the Civic Center War Room on the other end here. I guess more and more people are coming in with their laptops or iPads or whatever they have, and, while they're waiting, they like to use them. The skating club contacted the hockey club, and they are also in favor of the request. Both organizations are willing to split the cost of installation from the funds that the village credit each organization at the end of the year. The skating club receives $420, and the hockey club receives $840. I received a quote from Novatech in the amount of $648.18. What that includes is a switch, a wireless router, removable, replaceable, upgradable antennas, an upgraded high-grain outdoor antenna, extension cables, the man hours to install all this stuff, and some patch cords. So I'm asking the board to approve this pending. We haven't received confirmation yet from the hockey club, but we haven't heard from them because of the call. So, you know, if the board is willing to
At
do
no
this,
cost to the
or
board.
there's no cost to the village.
No
It's an
cost to
improvement
us.
to our center at no cost to us.
I don't care.
No. Hey, it makes the place better.
Yeah.
I guess people are into using computers. I guess they are.
They're getting smaller and smaller every day.
iPad things now.
And the other thing is, I just want to remind everybody to get their budget sheets in.
Budget sheets.
Budget sheets.
I just got my other ones here, so I gotta exchange tomorrow. I'll get the rest of mine in.
Yeah, mine by Friday.
Or there, or she's out.
Well, we'll just change the handle.
Oh, I'll make a motion that we cover that, allow them to put in the routers
I'll second that.
at no cost to the village.
Moved by trustee Roberts, seconded by trustee Jefferson. Is any other discussion? There being no discussion, all those in favor, vote by your side of aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. That door, you gonna discuss it?
Well, no, I just wanted to ask Bumper if you, because I talked to Mike before about it. And if we can get by without buying a new door, I'd rather just switch the handle.
I think that's all we have to do, so that,
So then we'll just put that in for next year's budget, when they're here at the rec center.
that, I don't think should be a rec center. That should be underneath the court.
And of course, it's,
They're asking for it.
Yeah.
about
I
time.
don't, am I right, Arsen?
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's in these buildings.
See, they're gonna get money
Can
eventually.
they actually use the door? I mean, the
They're
sidewalk?
going to, they want to bring prisoners into
Is
it.
the sidewalk out there?
Well, the only thing we could do is maybe pour a pad. No, just in the, I mean, in the winter, I guess you have to have something to step into. You can't step
Being
up.
awful nice for jailbirds.
I just want it for safety.
Tell him he's being awful nice for jailbirds.
Well, that's why I said I didn't care if it got wet.
What about the deputies? Is that okay too? They get wet?
They have hats.
Yeah, they have hats.
You probably need a light out there too.
There is one.
Yeah, there's a
It's pretty
light.
dark right now.
Probably need to change some bulb.
There's a light right outside there, I think.
Well, if that, if I'm
think
bringing
every
the budget,
employee has
I'm
to have
fine
a-
for next year. I thought you wanted to come.
No, I wanna do it next year.
Oh.
That's where, no, okay, and that's
That's good. I'm good.
Yeah, no, I don't wanna do it now. I want a budget for it.
Very good.
Okay.
Okay. Need a motion for adjournment? Or no,
Recess.
recess.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Time's up.
Opposed, it's 23.
Why don't I just turn the camera off and just let it, not even wait, we don't have to wait 5 minutes.